So, yeah, let's start this lovely meditation. And the subject for today is how to root down while lifting up. So, what does it mean? It has many meaning, and I think it's a very powerful attitude that can help us a lot to on many aspects of our being. So when we talk about the physical aspect of it, there is the aspect of the way we walk. So if we walk only on our heels, like this, we don't really push down, and in a way with our toes, push the earth to exhale forward. Okay, and when we push the earth and we push backwards, we can go forward. So this is very practical, but because everything is connected, the minute we start to pay attention to that movement of the feet going down, especially on the external edge of the foot, and then ending with the little toe, and then ending with all the toes, and pushing, the quality of our walk will be very different, but also the quality of our sense of being will transform. This is one thing. The other thing, together with that, because I'm talking now pushing the earth to move forward, but what about pushing the earth to move upwards? So these two forces of pushing backwards to move forward, pushing downwards to move upwards, these two forces must be combined as we moving in life. So if we talk physically, we have to feel as we walk that we moving, as I explained, whilst collecting the lower abdominal, the second chakra, and feeling that we are rising up. Okay, so these two movements, forward and up and down. Okay, so this is physically, but when we're activating all those aspects of walking, of moving in life, is not only walking, it's actually anything. Even now as we sit, doesn't matter how you sit. So we must activate the second chakra for that. And we must activate the sense that I'm living with power. Okay, so it really transforms something that is very physiological and physical and has to do with our moving and structure into a sense of being, and as well as a spiritual aspect of our being. So this other aspect of that same thing is a sense of between, let's say, feeling depressed, to put it to extent, and feeling high and happy. Okay, so when we're depressed, our energy going down and we are not moving up and we are not pushing forward, we are depressed. And when we are feeling enlightened or enlightened, that we are lifting up, then we have much more power, also psychological power and emotional well-being. Now, we can get there just by doing the work that I guide all the time, like connecting, and we'll do it today as well. But I want to encourage you to integrate the physical aspect, and if you do so, then it will just connect to your way of being, and it will not be difficult to move, to shift from feeling low, even emotionally, psychologically, to feeling well. Just collecting the abdominals up, feeling that we're pushing the energy down of the legs and lifting up crown heaven. And when you move forward, you push with your toes and you feel that you're inner arches are strong, So it's not like this, like sinking in the inner arches and falling down, which is okay. It doesn't mean that we are depressed psychologically, of course. But is that same feeling of lifting up, like a flower that is collecting the power from the earth and lifting up to flower, That expression of life, of beauty, of I'm here, I'm shining. So let's start by taking a minute of and feeling those qualities. So in whatever way you sit, if you sit cross-legged, that's okay. If you sit on a chair, anyway, it doesn't matter. But what is important is the sense of power, So just check for yourself. Are you falling? Are you sinking? Or do you feel that something in you is pushing down to elevate up? If there's a sense of power in you that elevates. Okay, so just check for yourself. Are you falling or are you lifting? Now, in all that we do, especially now when we are in more meditative mode, there is no need to put any pressure or to hold muscles or to do any strong force. It's all gestures that direct towards elevation versus falling down and contraction. Okay, so check for yourself. And even if you are feeling very, very elevated, just follow the direction. If not, for sure you can make a use of that. Okay, so let's first make sure that the feet are nice and flat on the ground and that the inner arches are a bit lifting. So we feel that the external part of the feet, if we look at the hands, is this part, are in a direct contact, ideally up to the little toe. And as well, that your weight is not pushing forward, so your back muscle has to grab you back, and create tension. You feel that you are quite centered and there is no forward too much or backwards too much, so you're comfortable. If you need to get support for your back, that's great. So we don't apply pressure. Okay. Then energetically, try to visualize that you're pushing down, energetically, so you can visualize that roots are pushing down from the sole of your feet into the center of the earth. And as a result, the energy in the center of the body is starting to rise up, to the crown, to the heaven. And your crown is like the Shiva crown, as if the Ganges is springing out of your crown. So beautiful. Just be with those images and don't feel shy to be all those things, because you create who you are. So why not be Shiva? Why not everything? Just be the most. Okay, in the same time as we're rising, we're rooting, but it's the same time. And in the same time, softness. So no tension. So that's required quite a lot of awareness to combine power and softness. Like we're looking at three forces in the same time, moving down, moving up, and softening. Feeling powerful, young, warrior. Feeling soft, yin. okay, to emphasize more those qualities, let's integrate the love of Mother Earth and Father Heaven in the breath. So let's visualize that when we inhale, we're drawing through the roots that we have in the center of the earth, the life force, through our feet and up to the chest. And when we exhale, let's visualize that from the chest, we're radiating this light like the Shiva to infinity from the crown of the head. Then let's go opposite and inhale from infinity through the crown into the heart, and exhale and root back down to the earth. Let's do it again. Inhale, pull from the center of the earth into your heart, and feel like a beautiful flower or a tree that opens up in your heart with all its glory. And it's expressing to the heaven, and you exhaling all the beauty of that tree, all the bounty to the heaven from the crown. And then we inhale from the heaven back to the heart, nourishing the tree with the love and the warmth of the heaven like the sun. And then we're rooting it down to the earth. Now, let's continue, same idea, but let's meet the heaven energy and the earth energy to alchemize in the heart, in the inhalation. And when we exhale, let's visualize that we become so radiant from the heart to the whole creation. One more time. Expanding power, beauty, light to the whole creation. Wonderful. And now we're letting go. We're not following any image right now. We're just observing. And see if you can observe those direction of power, of movement of energy in you without visualizing too strong, without emphasizing the breathing, just by being present. And see if you can feel that the love of the earth and the love of the heaven is uniting in you so naturally, because that's how life is. Love is creating life. Love is life. So just feel that you are loved by heaven and earth. And as well, see if you can recognize the quality of the love of the earth as it coming to your body with its uniqueness. It's like love is the same, but the energy of the earth is not the same as the energy of the heaven. And then the quality of the heaven, how is it? Wonderful. Now, let's observe, because although we did a lot of work of balancing and harmonizing and connecting, maybe still there are parts within us, emotional, psychological, or physical, or energetical, that doesn't feel completely in harmony. So just try to pay attention, let's say first to the physical body, and see if you can help with bringing more love, more awareness to any part of you, so it will soften further and further more. Then let's shift to the emotional being. See if you can soften any leftover of emotional heaviness to release tension. And to help release tension, always gratitude and love is so helpful. Breathing with gratitude, with thanks. And then the mind aligns with the heart, and then it's much easier to fall into a peaceful existence. And then mental activity, how is it? And maybe your mind is not very busy, but maybe there's a leftover tension as a result of busyness. So just bring awareness to that residues of tension. Be present there, and it will soften for sure. Has no choice. Just try to be very, very, very precise when you're detecting with your awareness exactly where the tension is. And then rest your awareness there. Exactly like shining a beam of a closed flower, and then from the warmth and the light, it just opens up. It has no choice. Wonderful. And then let's connect to our aura and see if our aura is widespread. Because until now we worked mainly on the vertical axis and not so much on the sun, let's say, expansion. You just acknowledge that you have an aura, and as much as you're willing to identify yourself as an infinite being, as a cosmic being, that your light is the light of creation, then the transformation and bliss is yours. Surrender the ego to infinity. Surrender. Enough is enough. We've been here millions of times, and every time, same old story. The mind tells a story, we believe it, we live as somebody, this or that, then we die. Then again, another life and another life, always the same, and always suffering. So, enough. Now, acknowledge the truth of who you are and allow yourself to be in the truth of who you are, which is pure blissful being, is nothing else. And the fact that the mind pulls us into the little person existence is just a habit, let's say an old bad habit, very old. But as we work more and more and more, we break it. We get more freedom and more freedom because this is our nature. So just feel that you are bathing in the ocean of blissful being, not needing to be anything, to do anything, to go anywhere, to become, to say. Just being. And let's invite to this space of being our brother and sisters, family members, friends, anyone we want, so they can as well really feel and benefit of that beautiful state of being, which is theirs as well, but maybe they are now in the mind, so it's not theirs. But because they are in our mind, so what we are feeling and experiencing, affecting them, must be like this. For good and for bad. Big responsibility. So let's invite all humanity for this infinite space of being. And back to where we started, we are here on planet Earth as a physical form in our vertical axis, as an infinite form in our infinite sun being. Both has to function in the same time. It's important that we live, in the ego form, in the human form, with power, with happiness, with sense of accomplishment, with joy, with brotherhood. And it's important we live in the sun, infinite being, one with all there is, all in the same time. It's normal that when we entering into that infinite being state, everything dissolves completely and there is only being, not nothing. So don't worry about it, that's perfect. Wonderful. Thank you for joining. And remember that you can subscribe. It's very cheap, actually. It's, I think, 20 something for a year into our channel of the Infinite Being Academy. And then you can have a replay of all the meditations that we do. If you miss one, it'll be there. And as well, we doing our Infinite Being Academy energy reading, energy coaching courses, which is transformative. You're welcome to join. So thank you very much for being here tonight. And remember to push back, to go forward, to push down, to go upwards, and to be sunny. Thank you so much, and all the best to you. Bye-bye.